a gorgeous college football season, but it has also seen a lot of great sports history. Home to the opening ceremonies for the 2002 Winter Olympics, it will host opening ceremonies again in 2034. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Huskies offense as they take control of the football first. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to knock him.
You fucking pussy. Are you fucking kidding me?
What a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. Secures it at the 30. No room to bring it back. So Utah's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And we've got a couple of guys, one on each side in this game, who will do everything you could ask of a tight end. Hits inside, it's Brake. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Look out! Catch open down the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Utes want to move quickly. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Throws it off the RPO. There he goes. Big pickup on that one. Now mark him out at the 40.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Making the adjustment on the play. Quarterback keeps it. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Booster, booster! Hey, move!
Throwing Raiola. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Motion from the wideout.
Freeze, freeze! Run, run, run!
To the air, it's Raiola. Taking it on the right side by Coleman. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Utes have it with a first and goal. Good, and it's 7-0.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. On the move.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Fires downfield. Oh,
You same guy. What is fucking happening? This dude's a fucking 89. Fucking 85, whatever.
Trying to take it back. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's Raiola to throw. Turns out it's Parker. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
From the gun on third down, Raiola. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop.
I understand his fucking
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
inaccuracy. It's fucking ridiculous.
Using his legs, it's Briggs. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Raiola. Still looking. Now he'll turn and throw back to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Missed the connection on second. Now looking at a third down. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola.
Everybody, all four of y'all, fucking let those motherfuckers through.
The Utes send out the punt unit.
Did I run a screen?
This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Kick is in the air. Searching for space. Followed him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air. It's McMillan. Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on second down. They want to throw it. Uncorks it. He makes the catch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Oh, he should have had that.
Oh my, it's 3! It is fucking 3 interceptions. 2 of them should have been pick sixes.
It'll be second down.
Great
Oh my
coverage,
God.
great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Handoff from the gun. They knock him down right there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Takes the grab. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback going straight.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
And coach, defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. Back to pass. It's McMillan. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Turning it on. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Motion from the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built it.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Huskies.
Let's watch this again.
The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
I threw it because the guy fucking shuffled to the right. I pressed the button, and there you go.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Raiola to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On the option. Pulls it on the option. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Tries to get it himself. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Now on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Extending the play. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Right down the boulevard. The lead now 6 here in the second.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out and force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Second and long here. Handoff for Parker. Snowed under by the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're all over it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it away at the 37. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Just smothered on the play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time. And
Where's my fumble?
at the 38. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm the pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Long way to go on second down. Changing the routes with his receiver. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Oh, pressure's coming. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're... You know, right before the half, you want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Washington will snap it in the red zone. Driving forward, it's Washington. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up with it.
Took a shot as he threw. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Washington.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see it very often. You gotta go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Handoff to the single running back. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football. taking on the UCF Knights.
Here he comes with the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Washington's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Here's a gift to Parker. It's in the open. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half.
You just can't get around it.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play fake. Under pressure. And he gets rid of it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. He's changing the play. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola on 3rd down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Play action on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% of the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. Right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Rush is on. Out wide right, it's Lawson. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Washington. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's McMillan. Look out. And it's a sack.
That's a good example there of a complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Setting up the screen. fighting off the defender.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
They kick it away on 4th down. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Buying time to his right. He can't.
Why is everything so fucking hot?
Complete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Here's Raiola to throw. Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
What the fuck?
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. 4th down, Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll give it to Washington. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to Washington again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. On the move. He'll pull it down. Finds a crease at the 20. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after. And you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back. And you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. on the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking for the edge. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Motion from the back. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Again, it's Wayshawn Parker. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Raiola to throw for it on fourth. Complete out of the backfield. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Raiola unleashes to the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not
all kinds of room to the right. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34. And what an electrifying play. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's first and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Fires to the big fella. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Complete. A little short of the sticks, it's second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Tries to do it himself. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Play action on first down. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
Or 4 fucking picks.
Trying to find his man for 6. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Down here on the Utah sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Reese?
Holly, thank you. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Raiola to throw. They're all over him. And down he goes.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Trying to convert the third down. Here's Raiola. Got out of trouble, got rid of it.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Oh, pressure's coming. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Utes will hustle to the line.
I don't know what that means. 8:25.
Minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Line getting set on second down.
No, it's all the fucking computer drops.
Throwing Raiola. Finds a spot in the middle.
All the computer drops. No, it's all the computer drops. It's terrible.
And the Utes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Hauls it in. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Although he does throw everything fucking high.
Clock's running. Pulls and fires it complete to the
So
right.
just so many
Right there.
inaccurate
Short
fucking
gain on the
passes.
grab.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's
That's the
going to
best
be over
appearance.
everybody's head and incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Viola from the gun on third down. Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
Great play by the defense, and they're expecting this, right? In a 2-minute situation. Possession lead. They got a lot of DBs out on. And every. Eyes are just on the quarterback. They're all seeing it thrown, and they're breaking on the ball, and they come away with a nice interception.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Right down the gut of the field. The 40, the 30. He's at the touchdown, Huskies. And the stomping has commenced. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utah. And they'll try to tackle him, too. Here's Raiola to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick it.